care. These are my people. These are my friends. This is my family. Like, these people dying and these is people going to jail. Like, I don't want to be the next victim, and I don't want nobody who I love and care about be the next victim.
As long as we all assume accountability for our role in the violence that exists in our communities, we can really start to have a good working dialogue about how to go about applying other means of healing and of love and of respect for one another, and of finding other possibilities to solve our differences and to not live in an adversarial environment, and that, a mutualistic society really is possible. My benefits can be the benefits of everybody else as well. Nobody needs to suffer or be without so that others can have.
Sometimes I wish I could just take the gun out the person's hand and be like, stop what you're doing. Look who you about to kill. I seen somebody got shot on a bus. I've been interrogated by police. Like, you have a street, one side is bad, one side is good. Your main focus is on the bad side of the street. Mm-hmm. When on the good, you may never know what's happening in the good side of the street. Recently, a friend of mine had got killed in my apartment complex. The night before, I was sleeping over my friend's house, and we turned on the news that morning, and I'm looking on Channel 2 News, and I see the police and the news people, they're at my apartment complex. I'm like, that looked like my building. And then the lady says a 15-year-old boy was shot and killed, and he was laid out in the middle of the driveway. And I'm like, that's right across from my building. And then I'm like, he's only 15, and I just seen him 2 days before he got killed. And this is crazy, because I was just in a program with him a year ago called Digital Connectors, and it was just a computer program where we teach the youth in the community about technology. So I just thought it was just such a strange scenario to find a friend. He was 14 a year ago, now he's 15, and he got shot and killed. It happens every day, but there's a reason for it to happen, and there's a cause. That's why we have the police. So once the police get involved, everybody don't like the police, so everybody don't want the police to be involved. Honestly, I feel that violence is not going to happen. Violence is not going to stop. It happens every day, and I'm just used to it. And I don't want to feel like I have to be used to it, but I live in Oakland, California, where we get a lot of bad media stereotypes, and they just make Oakland look horrible. So we have more positive people talking to the youth about how this is hurting us on an everyday level in Oakland, then it will stop. A lot of people see their friends get killed, then they want violence to stop. But if they see their enemies get killed, then that's not a problem. So I feel that violence needs to stop by each other, helping each other realize that we need to love each other, not hate each other. Because violence doesn't solve anything but more massacre.
But I guess what I'm really trying to get at is, how do you feel like capitalism and our economic system influences people's ability to participate or perpetuate violence?
I think definitely at this time, capitalism is, as it stands and the way in which it's utilized, it's actually a vehicle for violence. It's being used as a conduit of violence. Unfortunately, it's blanketed or veiled with this rhetoric of, everybody pulls themselves up by their own bootstraps, and, the individual is able to succeed, but at what cost?
but y'all don't know who it's affecting. Y'all could be killing somebody's brother or somebody's son, somebody's grandchild. These are families and these are babies that you're killing, and you're putting them into jails. You could die or you could go to prison. That's the way of surviving. But you don't want to survive like that.
You know, prior to taking the violence prevention class, I didn't know what it would mean, or that it was even possible to use you know, experiences in my life that have been really painful and traumatic and turn them into a way to heal and to transform and to help other people. You know, as I mentioned earlier, I experienced a term of incarceration that actually resulted in my being placed out here in the Bay Area. And, you know, since then I've fallen in love with the Bay Area, and I now call it home.